Hello, and welcome to this looking back on 2024 in terms of releases. Inside of SAS Viya, we had 12 releases, over 800 features that have been added over that year, and I just want to walk back with you through this years and take one feature every month that stood far and beyond the rest of them and just talk about them. Let's see what we can find. Welcome to the month of January, where we will take a look at the release highlight that we had with the updated integration within Microsoft 365, specifically for Excel, where you can now upload data directly from Excel to the SAS server just by selecting it, hitting upload, selecting your target library, and loading it into SAS. Of course, the other way around is also supported to download data from SAS into your Excel spreadsheet, and you can even run SAS jobs or programs directly from this integration. An amazing feature that levels up that integration and can really enhance your workflows. Moving along into February, we saw the introduction and the addition of the business glossary to SAS Information Catalog, which enables us to enhance not only our company understanding when we're talking about one specific topic, but also allows us to integrate it with our existing information catalog to enhance the understanding right where the data is. An amazing feature that can level up how you speak and communicate about your data within a company. Let's move on to SAS Studio, where we will be taking a look at a specific new proc that stands in for all the procs that were released over this year. I'm picking this for March just because I really like this specific proc, but there were so many cool highlights like proc register model, assess bias, a lot of computer vision procs, and a lot more around text analytics. The star of March for me is proc text concepts that enables you to validate and then also turn them into your Liti rules into a model that you can save into SAS and use for scoring later on. Amazing utility that you can make use of. Let's move into April, where we get the new capability to run data step code directly in SingleStore, thus reducing data movement by running the SAS code, the data step code, directly with the data inside of SingleStore. Amazing feature that can really elevate your ETL processing while maintaining the awesome features of the SAS data step. Moving into May, we get maybe one of the most anticipated features for SAS Visual Analytics, and that is dynamic parameters, which enables us to create parameters inside of Visual Analytics that can not only hold static data, but can actually contain an expression, so you can create, dependent parameters that change the whole behavior of your report depending on selections or other calculations. An amazing feature that really can elevate your reports for you. Moving into June, we will be moving back to SAS Studio, where we actually take a look at maybe one of the features we have talked a lot about this year, and that is new steps. So again, I picked the summary tables one because it's one that I use a lot and I've seen a lot of customers really take to, but it really represents all of the dozens and dozens of new steps that have been developed and shipped this year. So here's the summary tables one. If I have to explain it to you, you owe it to yourself to look it up because it's an amazing set of features that this step brings to the table. Let's move over to July and take a look inside of SAS Model Manager, where we got model cards added to our existing models that can help us understand how our models are performing, how they are being used, are they have they been assessed for bias? Are they used in an auditable fashion, and how are they changing over time? This card really puts all the information in one place, and we talked about it and saw an article that we featured in an earlier episode calling it a nutrition label for your model, which is just an amazing description, really paints a picture of what this feature does for us. Moving on from our June release from our July release with models card into August, we will take a look at maybe one of my highlights of this year was the introduction of the capability to edit tables inside of Visual Analytics, where we had Scott Leslie, the development manager for this new feature, on this very show to talk us through how they build it and what's behind this. And we can now also edit tables right from viewing mode and change and update values as we go along, as we use the reports. Of course, all of that being hidden behind capabilities. And of course, you need to be able to write to the table itself. So you can't just do whatever you like here. Continuing things, it seems to be a pattern. We are moving back into SAS Studio for September, where we take a look at a new feature in custom steps. This isn't the only feature that has been added to the custom step designer this year alone, but the option table really expanded the capabilities, making new ideas possible on how you can build user interfaces for the custom step. And I think it's one of those things that as you keep building custom steps, as you're moving into more complex topics, you will really like this control that has been added. An amazing feature in my opinion. Then, of course, moving into October, we saw the introduction of the new SAS landing page, or Welcome to SAS Viya page. That is your new starting and entry point into the world of SAS Viya, giving you short videos that are to the point and informing you, if you're the first time user, on what is hidden behind each application, giving you a taste of what's possible, and then customizing your experience to set the initial view that you want it to have when you come back and pick up from where you left off. And then moving into the November release, we are switching from SAS Viya into Visual Studio Code. Of course, again, we had a lot of great new features this year, but my personal highlight was the addition of the SAS server capabilities inside of our Visual Studio Code integration, where you can now peruse, interact directly from the Visual Code UI with the actual file system that is connected, same as you can from SAS Studio. Note, this feature is only available for SAS Viya servers, not for any of the other connection types, but still, it's an amazing feature that can really speed up your development process. And then it ends in December, but it ends on a real height, ending inside of SAS Intelligent Decisioning, where we saw the addition of an easy connection between the SAS Workflow Manager and your Intelligent Decisioning to up-level our capabilities to add decision ops to our workflows to make sure only the things that move into production that we want to move into production, enabling us to do things like 4i principle and adding a lot of validation around our decisions. An amazing new capability, and what a way to round out 2024. I hope, like me, you found a lot of amazing features throughout this year, and maybe you can leave your favorite feature down in the comments below. I would love to hear what thing changed your workflow, what made you more productive, or which just gave you a lot of fun new ideas to try out when building with SAS Viya. I'm looking forward to 2025, where I will be, of course, reporting on all the new features. See you next year. Bye bye.